Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Stretch to Sketch. This is a monthly series we do on the third Sunday of the month, where we take a 12 by 12 sketch and we stretch it or shrink it. And we are combining that with Follow a Sketch February that Sandy runs over on her channel, State Goddess. The sketch that we are using for both today is this particular sketch by Sketches in Time. It's created by Rochelle Spears. Awesome sketch. I decided to shrink it today. If you watched my channel yesterday, you will know I did a 9 by 12. I'm doing the other side of the 9 by 12 today. And in fact, this layout was actually done first. So I have this piece of burlap. This is actually Paper Studio burlap, which is just from Hobby Lobby. And I like it. It's really stiff, and there is no cardboard backing to it or anything. It just is really stiff, as you can see there. And so I'm going to cut it down. I'm actually going to cut it smaller than I originally thought I was. And I'm going to pull out some of the strings on the edge so that it can have that ripped burlap edge, just to be a little more rough and a little bit more textured. I really like the way that ends up looking. I am documenting a family picnic for Cub Scouts that we did with my son, and these are, I think, from 2005. So they're super old photos, but I also wanted to, I need to finish up some of my really old photos, honestly. There's quite a few of them. And so I kind of work in the current and the past at the same time. And so you'll see a mix of everything on my channel. If you are not already somebody who watches my channel, you may not know that. Anyway, I'm also combining it with my Kit Conspiracy Kit for February. This is a series that MK and I do on our channels. Usually a couple times a year, but we decided to add February because we both have a ton of the 49 and Market Spectrum sherbet collection, and we wanted to get some of it used up, and we had way more than we would use for a week of Kit Conspiracy. And normally we do Kit Conspiracy all month long, but we switch kits every week. And so this one, we just had so much, we decided to bring it in for the month of February and use as much as we can. We are committed to posting on Saturdays and Wednesdays for Kit Conspiracy, but we're trying to use it for as many layouts as possible. So I have the actual card kit for the Spectrum Sherbet collection as well. And what you saw there was one of the envelopes. And so I just tore that up. I didn't really buy it for the card kit. I bought it just to have extra papers and in a different size. And so I tore the triangle flaps off that you would normally fold in to create the envelope. And I have them sticking out, but only on the long edge, not on the pointed edge. And it looks fine. You can't even tell that it was from the card kit. But it just adds extra texture, extra color, and I really like the way that it looks. So I'm going to offset those a little bit to the left, and then I'm going to build my layout so that it has some layers in that are not aligned perfectly vertically. So they're kind of going to be offset from each other, and I really like the way that looks. It's not linear, and it just adds to the overall effect of the layout, and it makes me happy. So, that's what I'm doing. I am trying to figure out how much of this burlap I'm going to use, and I finally got it to the size that I want it, and I pulled out enough of those pieces or the strings that make up the burlap so that it has that frayed edge look, and I really like that. And then I inked it up with some walnut stain distress ink, and that's making me pretty happy. I am making making sure that those pieces of the envelope are aligned so that it looks like one piece of paper. I'm adding some liquid glue to the burlap because I know that's going to hold better than the tape runner, the ATG. It'll help it to stay put while the liquid glue holds, but that's about it. It doesn't really hold very well on burlap. Works great on paper, not so much on burlap. So I recommend liquid glue, and I prefer the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, but whatever you have on hand would work. You could also use hot glue. That would work also. So I'm liking the way that this is coming together. I am not using the green side of this because I've got enough green in the background, but you can see there I considered it for a moment. I auditioned it and I decided nope, I'm going to go with the polka dot side, and it doesn't bring in a ton of color, but there is more of the blue showing than the green, and I like that because the photo has a lot of blue in it. My son is wearing the one in the blue shirt, and so I want to call special attention to him, and by using the paper that has the blue sticking out, it just kind of helps do that. And it also picks up the layers of that envelope paper. Now I did pull out the die cut embellishment pack, and I'm using this piece of paper that kind of looks like a ripped file folder edge. And I'm going to tuck that in. I think I was talking to my son's girlfriend there, in case you're wondering why I was pointing at the photos, pointing out him and the other family that's in the photo. And anyway, I am going to go ahead and cut that in half there and stretch it so it looks like it is one piece of paper. I like the way that that is looking. I got a little bit of the adhesive on the photo there, and so I'm just rolling it up and pulling it off because it's just the ATG adhesive, and these are actual processed photos, not printed on my Canon selfie. So I thought I just wanted to make sure that I didn't leave the adhesive on there to set. I did decide to go ahead and back my photos with some white paper just to make them pop a little bit. I wasn't sure if I was going to do that or not. The other photos in this series, I did not do that. But in this particular case, I decided to go ahead and pop them onto some white because that really makes them stand out, and I really like the way that that looks. A lot of times I already have a white border on my photos because I do print most of my photos on my selfie. All my old photos I usually send out, and I batch by 6 months or a year of photos, and I send those out to Shutterfly, and I will have those in regular 4x6 photo processed papers. But any of my current stuff or stuff that that might be older, but I'm just printing for a particular hop or a particular series or something like that, those ones are printed on my selfie. I'm backing the little viewfinder here with some white paper. I don't like all of the papers where the intersecting papers showing underneath it. I think it's really distracting, and I really like the way that this looks better. So that's why I decided to go ahead and back it with the white instead of just leaving it open. And I'm really happy with the way that that looks. I'm trimming off the top of it. I'm going to use the part that would be hidden underneath the photo up at the top of the layout, or at the top of the photos, and that's going to just kind of bring that circle up to the upper right and kind of give it a little bit of a diagonal feel with the circles. And I'm really happy with the way that that ends up looking. I do bring in these additional circular pieces, and they have some little sayings on them. I think they're kind of cute, and bringing in more of those darker blue colors, as well as my little title piece here. I think it looks super cute. It just says "Let's go," and it's a sack race, so let's go. Might as well use that as my title. I did have a little bit of twine there that is in the same color as the burlap, so I thought I'd pull that in to be on the tag. That little circle that I am inking up currently with some brown walnut stain is it says "Love these moments" on it, and I think that's really cute too. Now, there are a bunch of people that are playing along with Stretch the Sketch. This, like I said, is a monthly series. We do the third Sunday of every month. We've been doing it for almost 5 years, I think. And so there's a ton of inspiration available to you if you are somebody who likes to take sketches and change them up. And you can do anything as small as a card all the way up to a double pager, or even more than 2 pages. So you never know what you're going to find. I don't normally do a 9x12. I normally go big, but I have gone small as a card. But this is not my typical size, but I needed something Actually, since this one was done first, I needed something to do the flip side of this, and that's why the one yesterday was also small. Now, I did pull out some dark brown enamel dots from Gina Marie Designs. These are a great deal. You can find them over on her website. Just Google Gina Marie Designs, and you will find them. And I thought that just kind of grounded everything and brought in a nice pop of dark color, and I'm liking the way that that looks. Thanks so much for watching today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back again tomorrow with another video. I think I'm going to try and do an album share of the album that I am using for the Make It Mini series, which is happening on Mondays. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.